Welcome, and thank you for joining me. I'm so glad you're here. Before we start, I'd love it if you could share in the comments where you're watching from and what time it is for you right now. It's always fascinating to see the range of times and places represented here. Thank you also to those who continue to subscribe and show their support with likes. It really guides me in shaping this space and helps others discover it too. If you have ideas for future videos, please let me know in the comments. With that, let's begin. Chapter 1: Understanding Plant Communication Basics. In the green realm of nature, a silent conversation unfolds, one that we often overlook. This is the world of plant communication, a fascinating tapestry woven through the very essence of life on Earth. Imagine wandering through a forest, surrounded by towering trees and vibrant flowers, unaware that these living beings are engaged in their own intricate dialogue. They may not speak in words, but their exchanges are vital for survival and health, forming a complex network of interaction that sustains entire ecosystems. Plants communicate in various ways, each method as intriguing as the last. One of the most remarkable forms of communication occurs through chemical signals. When a plant is attacked by pests, it releases volatile organic compounds into the air, a fragrant warning that drifts on the breeze. Nearby plants, sensitive to these chemical cues, can prepare their defenses, fortifying themselves against impending threats. Imagine the delicate scent of a flower carrying not just beauty, but also a life-saving message. This silent alarm system demonstrates a communal awareness among plants, a complex response to the challenges of their environment. Another fascinating aspect of plant communication involves root systems. Beneath the soil, an unseen world thrives, where roots not only seek nourishment, but also engage in a form of communication. Through mycorrhizal networks, often dubbed the Wood Wide Web, plants share resources and information. These fungal connections allow them to exchange nutrients, share warnings about diseases, and even support struggling neighbors. Picture a vast underground network where plants, like friends, lend a helping hand to one another. This symbiotic relationship illustrates a profound understanding of community and interdependence. Plants also communicate through light. The phenomenon of phototropism reveals their ability to sense and respond to light sources. When plants grow toward sunlight, they are not merely reaching for nourishment. They are engaging in a dance with their environment, optimizing their chances for survival. Consider how a sunflower turns its head throughout the day, following the sun's path across the sky. This remarkable adaptability showcases a dynamic conversation between plants and the celestial bodies that influence their growth. Sound, an often overlooked element of communication, plays a role in the plant kingdom as well. Recent studies have suggested that plants may respond to different frequencies of sound. Imagine a gentle vibration, akin to a whisper, coaxing a seed to sprout or urging a flower to bloom. While our understanding of this phenomenon is still evolving, it poses intriguing questions about the sensory experiences of plants and their ability to respond to the world around them. The importance of communication in the plant world extends beyond mere survival. It shapes the very fabric of ecosystems. Consider a field of wildflowers, each plant contributing to the overall health of the community. When one species thrives, it can enhance the conditions for others, creating a flourishing habitat. This interconnectedness means that plant communication is not an isolated affair. It has far-reaching implications for biodiversity and ecological balance. The more we learn about these interactions, the more we realize that every plant plays a role in the symphony of life. The story of plant communication is also enriched by the contributions of pioneering scientists and researchers who have dedicated their lives to uncovering these hidden dialogues. One such individual is Jagadish Chandra Bose, a pioneering botanist whose work in the early 20th century laid the groundwork for understanding plant responses to stimuli. Bose's experiments demonstrated that plants could react to various conditions, showcasing their sensitivity to the world. His assertion that plants have feelings challenged conventional views and opened the door to a deeper appreciation of plant life. As we delve into the intricacies of plant communication, it becomes clear that these interactions are not just survival mechanisms. They reflect a profound intelligence inherent in the natural world. Have you ever noticed how certain plants flourish in the presence of others? This phenomenon, known as facilitation, reveals how plants can create microenvironments that foster growth and well-being. Imagine a community garden where diverse species coexist, each one enhancing the vitality of its neighbors through the sharing of nutrients and information. In the grand tapestry of life, communication is the thread that binds us all together. Plants, in their quiet resilience, remind us of the importance of connection and cooperation. Their ability to communicate across vast distances and through various mediums reveals a world filled with complexity and wonder. As we explore the depths of this subject, we can begin to appreciate the subtleties of these interactions and the profound impact they have on our environment. Through understanding plant communication, we learn not only about the flora that surrounds us, but also about the fundamental principles of life itself. The intricate relationships that form within ecosystems emphasize the delicate balance of nature. Each plant plays a role, contributing to a larger narrative that encompasses all living beings. When we nurture an understanding of these connections, we foster a greater respect for the natural world and our place within it. So, as you walk through a garden or a forest, take a moment to pause and listen. Envision the conversations happening beneath your feet and above your head, the whispers of life that carry on the wind. The plants are speaking, sharing their stories and secrets, reminding us of the beauty of connection in a world that often feels fragmented. With each breath, we are part of this living, breathing dialogue, intricately woven into the fabric of existence. As we immerse ourselves further into the wonders of plant communication, we begin to understand how these exchanges not only serve individual species, but also contribute to the resilience of entire ecosystems. Consider the role of allelopathy, a fascinating method by which certain plants release chemicals into the soil to inhibit the growth of neighboring plants. This can seem hostile at first glance, yet it is a survival strategy that ensures a species can thrive in competition. The black walnut tree, for instance, emits a compound known as juglone, which can suppress the growth of nearby plants. Imagine the tree standing tall, its roots extending deep into the earth, while simultaneously crafting a protective barrier around itself, ensuring its own survival in a crowded forest. Such strategies illustrate the dual nature of plant communication. It can be cooperative or competitive, depending on the circumstances. Have you ever pondered how plants decide when to act for their own benefit versus when to support their neighbors? This delicate balance is essential for maintaining the biodiversity that characterizes vibrant ecosystems. When plants engage in self-preserving behaviors, they often do so with an understanding of their environment that is deeply rooted in evolutionary history. The concept of mutualism further enriches our understanding of plant communication. In this dynamic interplay, different species work together for mutual benefit. Think of the relationship between flowering plants and their pollinators. The plants offer nectar as a reward, inviting bees, butterflies, and other creatures to partake in a delicious exchange. In return, the pollinators facilitate reproduction by transferring pollen, allowing new life to flourish. This beautiful symbiosis exemplifies how communication transcends mere chemical signals, extending into the realm of attraction and allure. Renowned biologist E.O. Wilson once remarked, "The real problem of humanity is the following. We have Paleolithic emotions, medieval institutions, and godlike technology." In the context of plant communication, this quote invites us to reflect on our own relationship with nature. Are we tuned into the rich dialogues that occur around us? The complex interactions among species remind us that we are part of a larger ecological narrative, one that is shaped by cooperation and interdependence. As we explore the sensory world of plants, we must also consider their ability to perceive and respond to environmental changes. Plants possess remarkable adaptations that allow them to thrive in varying conditions. For example, the ability to close stomata, tiny pores on leaves, is a critical response to drought. By conserving water, plants communicate their need to survive during challenging times. Imagine a parched landscape where plants stand resilient, their leaves turning inward to protect precious moisture, a silent testament to their strength and adaptability. What about the role of light in these communicative processes? Plants have evolved intricate mechanisms to harness sunlight, a vital resource for photosynthesis. Through photoreceptors, they detect light quality, intensity, and duration, enabling them to optimize their growth patterns. Picture a forest where the canopy above filters sunlight, creating a mosaic of shadows and light. Each plant, attuned to this delicate interplay, adjusts its leaves and stems, maximizing its exposure to the sun's life-giving rays. Moreover, plants engage in communication through the very air we breathe. The phenomenon of volatile organic compounds extends beyond pest warnings. Some plants can even attract beneficial insects by releasing specific scents. Imagine a flowering plant releasing a sweet aroma that beckons a ladybug, a predator of aphids, to its side. This form of communication not only benefits the individual plant, but enhances the health of the entire community by keeping pest populations in check. In this intricate web of interactions, the role of humans cannot be overlooked. Our awareness and understanding of plant communication can shape our practices in agriculture, conservation, and beyond. As we cultivate gardens or manage forests, we have the opportunity to foster environments that support these natural dialogues. By planting diverse species and creating habitats rich in variety, we encourage the flourishing of these conversations, benefiting not only the plants, but the myriad organisms that depend on them. The work of scientists like Peter Wohlleben, author of The Hidden Life of Trees, has shed light on the incredible relationships among trees and their ecosystems. Wohlleben describes trees as social beings, capable of forming communities through shared resources and communication. Imagine walking through a forest where trees are not solitary giants, but part of a larger family exchanging nutrients and support through their roots. This perspective invites us to reconsider our understanding of life, urging us to see trees not merely as individual entities, but as integral parts of a living network. Just as we rely on communication to navigate our relationships and environments, plants, too, create a dialogue that shapes their existence. This silent yet profound exchange is essential for their survival, health, and the sustainability of the ecosystems they inhabit. It is a reminder of the interconnectedness of life, urging us to listen more closely to the whispers of the natural world around us. So, as you immerse yourself in the beauty of a garden or the majesty of a forest, consider the myriad conversations happening all around you. Each rustle of leaves, each scent in the air, carries stories of survival, cooperation, and resilience. These dialogues are not merely for the plants themselves. They resonate with the very essence of life, inviting us to participate in a broader understanding of our place within the intricate web of existence. Chapter 2: Chemical Signals, the Language of Plants. In the lush embrace of nature, plants have developed an extraordinary way to communicate with one another, a language that transcends our understanding. This language is not spoken, but rather expressed through the release of volatile organic compounds, or VOCs. These chemical signals waft through the air like invisible threads connecting one plant to another, crafting a dialogue that speaks to the very core of survival. Imagine a vibrant garden, with flowers swaying gently in the breeze. As you inhale the sweet fragrance of blooming petals, consider that the very scents you enjoy might serve a greater purpose. When a plant experiences stress, whether from disease or the attack of herbivores, it releases a cocktail of VOCs. These compounds are more than mere scents, they are urgent messages, broadcasting distress signals to nearby plants. The air becomes a medium of communication, rich with information that can alter the course of life in the surrounding environment. Take, for example, the sagebrush, a resilient plant native to arid regions. When grazed upon by herbivores, sagebrush emits VOCs that not only alert neighboring plants of danger, but also signal to other animals in the ecosystem. Some birds, drawn by the scent, arrive to feast on the caterpillars that threaten the sagebrush. In this interconnected web of life, the sagebrush's chemical signals not only help it survive, but also promote a balance within the ecosystem, showcasing the remarkable interdependencies that exist in nature. Why do plants choose this method of communication? The answer lies in their immobility. Unable to flee from threats, plants have evolved sophisticated ways to send out warnings. The release of VOCs allows them to prepare their neighbors for impending danger, giving those nearby a chance to bolster their defenses. Imagine standing on the precipice of a storm where the air crackles with anticipation, and you can sense the need to prepare yourself. This is how plants feel when the VOCs spread through the air, alerting them to act. The beauty of this chemical communication extends beyond mere survival. When a plant under attack emits its distress signals, neighboring plants respond in kind, heightening their own defenses. This phenomenon, known as priming, enables them to activate their protective mechanisms even before the herbivores arrive. It is as if they are whispering secrets to one another, sharing knowledge that allows them to thrive in the face of adversity. Consider the wild tobacco plant, which offers a vivid example of this phenomenon. When it is attacked by specific herbivores, it releases a unique blend of VOCs. These compounds not only serve as a warning to nearby tobacco plants, but also attract natural predators of the herbivores. This dual strategy exemplifies the brilliance of plant communication, as they not only protect themselves, but also invite a beneficial alliance into their midst. The impact of these chemical signals extends to the surrounding flora. When one plant sends out VOCs, it can influence the growth and development of its neighbors. For instance, some studies suggest that the presence of specific VOCs can enhance the growth of companion plants, nurturing relationships that promote mutual survival. Imagine a community where individuals share resources, fostering an environment where everyone flourishes together. This is the essence of plant communication, reinforcing the idea that cooperation is vital in the struggle for existence. Moreover, the interactions among plants can create a ripple effect throughout an ecosystem. When one plant thrives, it can lead to an increase in biodiversity. Diverse communities are often more resilient, able to withstand changes and challenges that might otherwise threaten their survival. The language of VOCs, therefore, plays an essential role in maintaining the health of ecosystems, weaving a narrative of interconnectedness that supports life in all its forms. In the grand tapestry of nature, the ability of plants to communicate chemically is a testament to their adaptability and intelligence. It raises intriguing questions about the depth of their awareness. Are these signals merely instinctual responses, or do they represent a more profound understanding of their environment? Scientists continue to explore these questions, delving into the nuances of plant behavior and cognition. Consider the work of renowned plant biologists, whose insights illuminate the remarkable world of plant communication. Plants have a rich set of behaviors that allow them to respond to their environment, they stated, highlighting the complexity of these interactions. This perspective invites us to reconsider our understanding of what it means to communicate. As we reflect on the intricate world of chemical signaling, we can envision the vast networks of communication that exist in nature. Picture a forest, where every rustling leaf and fragrant bloom contributes to a collective understanding. Each tree, each flower, becomes part of an ongoing dialogue, sharing information that can alter the fate of many living beings. The ability of plants to communicate through chemical signals extends beyond their immediate surroundings. It can even influence the behavior of pollinators and herbivores. As flowers emit their sweet scents, they draw in bees and butterflies, orchestrating a symphony of life where every note plays a vital part in the cycle of growth and decay. Conversely, when threatened, plants can emit signals that deter herbivores, demonstrating a sophisticated awareness of their position within the food web. In this intricate dance of life, the air is thick with stories waiting to be discovered. One can almost imagine the whispers of the forest, carrying tales of resilience and cooperation among plants. Each chemical signal is a word in a language that transcends time and space, weaving a narrative of survival that has evolved over millennia. As we immerse ourselves in this world, it becomes clear that the stories of plants are not merely about their individual struggles, but about the relationships they forge with one another and their environment. The VOCs they release are a testament to their interconnectedness, an essential thread in the fabric of life that sustains our planet. In exploring the realm of chemical signaling, we uncover the profound impact these interactions have on neighboring plants. When one plant successfully defends itself against herbivores, it can inadvertently strengthen its companions. By sharing these chemical cues, they create a community that is better equipped to face the challenges of their shared habitat. This interplay of survival and cooperation reveals the depth of plant relationships. They are not solitary entities, but rather participants in a grand ecosystem where their fates are intertwined. Imagine standing among these living beings, feeling the pulse of their communication resonate around you. As the exploration of chemical signaling continues, it opens up new avenues of understanding. Researchers are delving deeper into the mysteries of plant communication, uncovering the intricate pathways through which these signals travel. They are beginning to unravel the complexities of how different species interact, revealing a rich tapestry of relationships that govern life at every level. In this ongoing journey, we begin to appreciate the wisdom embedded in nature's design. The language of plants speaks not only to their struggles, but also to their triumphs. It invites us to listen, to observe, and to learn from the remarkable strategies they employ in their quest for survival. As we contemplate the language of plants, we are drawn into a world that is both familiar and foreign. Their chemical signals create a bridge between species, fostering connections that enhance the resilience of ecosystems. The delicate balance they maintain serves as a reminder of the beauty of collaboration, urging us to ponder our own relationships with the natural world. What lessons can we glean from the silent conversations of plants? Perhaps it is the understanding that communication transcends language, that connections can be forged through actions and signals, resonating through the air and soil. Each time a plant releases its VOCs, it participates in a larger story, one that encompasses the essence of life itself. In this exploration of chemical signals, we see how deeply embedded nature's communication is within the fabric of existence. The language of plants is not just a means of survival. It is an invitation to connect, to engage, and to thrive in a world that is ever-changing. As we continue to peel back the layers of their communication, we are reminded of the intricate web of life that surrounds us, a testament to the resilience and intelligence that permeates every corner of the natural world. As the sun casts golden rays through the canopy, illuminating the intricate world beneath, we are reminded of the myriad ways plants utilize chemical signals to communicate. The fascinating phenomenon of allelopathy, where certain plants release chemicals into the soil to inhibit the growth of nearby competitors, adds another layer to this complex dialogue. Imagine walking through a forest where one plant, with its roots firmly anchored in the earth, actively shapes the community around it. The release of specific compounds can suppress the germination of rival seeds, ensuring its own survival while carefully managing the balance of biodiversity. Consider the black walnut tree, known for its remarkable ability to produce juglone, a potent chemical that can hinder the growth of many plants nearby. This strategic release not only aids the walnut in securing resources for itself, but also illustrates the delicate dance of competition and cooperation within plant communities. It raises an interesting question. How do plants discern when to nurture and when to suppress? Are these actions driven solely by instinct, or do they reflect an awareness of the larger ecosystem in which they reside? In the realm of herbivore interactions, the role of VOCs becomes even more pronounced. When a plant is under attack, it often emits a unique blend of chemical signals that does more than just warn neighboring plants. These compounds can attract predatory insects that prey upon the herbivores causing the damage. Imagine a plant sending out an SOS, its chemical message like a beacon that calls forth allies in a mutual struggle. This behavior exemplifies the interconnectedness of life, where the plight of one species becomes the catalyst for the survival of another. The acacia tree presents a vivid example of this phenomenon. When grazed upon by herbivores, acacia releases VOCs into the air, alerting nearby trees to prepare their defenses. In response, neighboring acacias produce tannins and other deterrents, making their leaves less palatable. At the same time, these signals can attract predatory insects that will swoop in to consume the herbivores. This remarkable interplay showcases not just a reaction to danger, but a proactive strategy that enhances the resilience of the entire community. It is essential to recognize that these chemical signals do not exist in isolation. They are part of a broader network of communication that includes physical interactions and even microbial partnerships. The underground world of mycorrhizal fungi plays a pivotal role in this intricate web. These fungi establish symbiotic relationships with plant roots, facilitating nutrient exchange. In return, plants send chemical signals that help maintain these beneficial partnerships. What can we learn from this elegant exchange? There is an inherent wisdom in collaboration, a reminder that survival often hinges on interconnectedness. In the vast and varied tapestry of plant communication, the effects of chemical signals extend beyond immediate survival strategies. They can influence not only the health of individual plants, but also the overall dynamics of the ecosystem. The emergence of plant communities that work together, sharing resources and defenses, creates a vibrant patchwork of life. This communal resilience is essential in the face of environmental changes, where adaptation and cooperation become key to thriving. As we delve into the world of plant communication, we encounter the research of dedicated scientists who strive to unravel these mysteries. Their findings illuminate the incredible adaptability of plants as they respond to their environment. One researcher observed, plants have evolved to use chemical signals not just as warnings, but as invitations for collaboration. This perspective invites us to reconsider our understanding of plant interactions, challenging the notion that competition is the sole driver of survival. Imagine standing amid a thriving meadow, surrounded by wildflowers and grasses, each plant engaging in its own conversation with the world. The air is infused with the sweet scent of blossoms, each fragrance carrying with it a wealth of information. In this vibrant ecosystem, every plant plays a role, contributing to a larger story of life that is rich with diversity and interdependence. As we reflect on the remarkable ways plants communicate, we uncover a world that is both comforting and awe-inspiring. The delicate balance of chemical signaling fosters relationships that enhance resilience, reminding us that survival is not merely about individual strength, but about the collective strength of a community. Just as we find solace in the company of others, so too do plants thrive in their interconnected networks. In a world that often emphasizes competition, the plant kingdom offers a refreshing perspective. Their chemical communications unveil a narrative of cooperation, where connections are forged through invisible signals and shared challenges. It invites us to ponder our own relationships with nature and each other. What if we embraced the lessons of the plant world, recognizing that our survival is intertwined with the well-being of those around us? As the chapter unfolds, we are encouraged to listen closely to the whispers of the natural world. The language of plants, rich in chemical signals, resonates with stories of resilience, cooperation, and the intricate dance of life. Each compound released into the air is a word in a greater narrative, one that transcends species and speaks to the essence of existence itself. In this ongoing exploration, we are reminded that we are not separate from this world, but are part of a greater whole, a living tapestry woven through time and experience. Chapter 3: Root Networks, the Underground Communication System. Beneath the surface of the Earth, where sunlight cannot reach, lies a world teeming with life, a hidden realm where plants engage in a silent yet profound dialogue. This underground communication system is primarily facilitated by root exudates, a remarkable phenomenon that allows plants to convey messages and share resources. Root exudates are the substances released by plant roots into the soil, a cocktail of organic compounds that serve various purposes. Imagine the roots of a towering oak tree or a delicate wildflower, silently pouring out sugars, amino acids, and other compounds into the earth, nourishing the very soil that cradles them. What if I told you that these exudates are not just waste products, but rather a sophisticated means of communication? They play a crucial role in signaling distress to neighboring plants, alerting them to potential threats. When a plant is under attack from pests or diseases, it can release specific compounds into the soil that act like a warning flare. Nearby plants, attuned to these chemical signals, can respond preemptively, fortifying their defenses before the threat reaches them. This remarkable ability to communicate through root exudates exemplifies the interconnectedness of plant communities, an intricate web of relationships that fosters resilience and survival. Consider the story of the sunflower, a plant renowned not only for its beauty, but also for its remarkable adaptability. When faced with stress, sunflowers can release compounds that enrich the soil, promoting beneficial microbial activity. These microbes, in turn, assist in nutrient absorption, creating a symbiotic relationship that benefits both the sunflower and its neighboring plants. Such interactions illustrate the depth of communication occurring just beneath our feet, a hidden network that sustains life above ground. Yet the story does not end with root exudates alone. Beneath the surface, another form of connection flourishes through mycorrhizal networks. These networks are formed by fungi that intertwine with plant roots, creating a vast underground web that links various species together. Mycorrhizae, as they are known, enhance nutrient uptake for plants, particularly phosphorus, a vital element for growth. Imagine a vast, sprawling network resembling a fine lacework, where the threads are not just a means of transport, but also conduits for communication. Through these mycorrhizal networks, plants can share not only nutrients, but also critical information. When one plant is attacked, it can send distress signals through the fungal network, alerting its neighbors to the impending danger. This cooperative behavior is astounding. It reveals a level of intelligence and social interaction among plants that challenges our traditional understanding of their capabilities. In the words of a prominent mycologist, fungi are the great connectors of life. They facilitate relationships that allow plants to thrive, demonstrating that even in the depths of the soil, a community can flourish through collaboration. Imagine a forest where trees of different species are linked through these mycorrhizal networks, sharing resources and information like a community of friends. When a sapling struggles to establish itself, the mature trees, through their fungal partners, can transfer nutrients or even water to support the young plant. This act of generosity fosters a sense of community, a nurturing spirit that runs deep within the root systems of the forest. Moreover, these networks can also function as an ecological insurance policy. In times of drought or nutrient scarcity, plants can rely on their fungal connections to retrieve what they need from each other. This ability to share resources is not just a survival mechanism, but a testament to the cooperative strategies that have evolved over millennia. How incredible it is to think that beneath the earth, plants are engaged in a form of altruism, a selfless act that benefits the whole rather than the individual. The complexity of these interactions highlights the importance of biodiversity in ecosystems. Diverse plant communities create robust mycorrhizal networks, enhancing the ability of all species to adapt to environmental changes. When we lose biodiversity, we risk disrupting these intricate communication systems, leading to consequences that can ripple through entire ecosystems. As we reflect on the profound connections formed through root networks, we can also ponder the role that these systems play in the greater web of life. The exchanges that occur underground can impact not only plant health, but also the animals that depend on them. Consider the creatures that inhabit the forest floor, from earthworms to small mammals. They, too, are part of this intricate communication web. Their interactions with plants and fungi contribute to the cycle of life, reinforcing the interconnectedness of all living beings. In the grand scheme of nature, the underground communication system reveals an extraordinary level of cooperation and intelligence among plants. These silent conversations, taking place in the dark, serve as a reminder that life thrives not in isolation, but in community. The stories woven through root exudates and mycorrhizal networks illustrate a world rich with connection, one that invites us to look deeper into the soil beneath our feet. As we explore this underground realm, let us imagine what it might be like to witness these interactions firsthand. Picture a vibrant forest, where the roots of plants intertwine with the threads of fungi, creating a living network pulsing with life. Can you see the colors of the soil, the textures of the roots, and the delicate filaments of fungi as they weave together? This hidden communication system not only supports the plants, but also enriches the soil, creating a thriving environment for future generations. The nutrients shared through these networks foster growth, allowing the delicate balance of life to continue. In this way, plants are not merely passive beings, but rather active participants in their ecosystems, shaping their environments through the connections they forge. The intricate dance of root networks and mycorrhizal connections ultimately reveals a truth about life on Earth: that everything is interconnected. Just as plants communicate through their roots, they also rely on one another for survival, creating an ecosystem that thrives on cooperation and support. This understanding invites us to reconsider our own relationships with nature, fostering a deeper appreciation for the unseen forces that shape our world. As we consider the vast communication networks that exist beneath the surface, we are reminded of the importance of nurturing these ecosystems. Every action we take can influence this delicate balance, highlighting our role as stewards of the environment. How can we ensure that these networks remain intact and flourishing? By protecting natural habitats, promoting biodiversity, and understanding the complexity of these relationships, we can contribute to a healthier planet for all living beings. In the depths of the Earth, where the sun's light cannot reach, a world of wonder unfolds, one that is shaped by the connections made through root networks and mycorrhizal fungi. This underground communication system is a testament to the resilience and adaptability of life, a reminder that even in silence, profound conversations are taking place, forging bonds that sustain the very fabric of our ecosystems. As we journey further into the depths of the soil, we uncover another remarkable aspect of plant communication: the role of root exudates in the formation of relationships not only among plants, but also with the diverse microbial communities that inhabit the soil. These exudates function as a beacon, inviting beneficial microbes to the roots, creating a symbiotic environment where both plants and microorganisms thrive. Imagine a bustling marketplace beneath the earth, where plants offer sugars and organic compounds in exchange for essential nutrients and protection. These root exudates serve multiple functions. They can enhance soil structure, improve water retention, and even suppress pathogens. For instance, some plants release specific compounds that attract beneficial bacteria, which can help fend off harmful pathogens. This chemical exchange is a clear demonstration of cooperation, as plants actively seek to create a favorable environment for their survival. It raises an intriguing question: how do plants know which microorganisms to attract? Research suggests that the composition of root exudates can vary based on environmental conditions and the plant's own needs. This adaptability signifies a level of awareness that challenges our perceptions of plant capabilities. As botanists and ecologists delve deeper into this phenomenon, we see that plants are not just passive recipients of environmental stimuli. They are active agents, shaping their surroundings and fostering relationships that are essential for their survival. Consider the intricate relationship between legumes and rhizobia, a type of nitrogen-fixing bacteria. Legumes release specific root exudates that signal rhizobia to initiate a symbiotic relationship. In return, the bacteria convert atmospheric nitrogen into a form that the plants can utilize, enriching the soil and promoting growth. This mutualistic exchange exemplifies the profound interconnectedness of life beneath the surface. The plants are not merely surviving; they are thriving through collaboration, creating a resilient ecosystem that supports a diverse array of life. The story of these root networks extends beyond individual plants and their microbial partners. We must also acknowledge the vast mycorrhizal networks that interlink plant communities, creating a web of connection that can span entire forests. These networks facilitate nutrient sharing and communication among plants, allowing them to respond collectively to environmental changes. Imagine a vast, interconnected network where a mature tree can send nutrients to a struggling sapling, ensuring its growth and survival. This generosity among different plant species illustrates a profound social structure hidden within the soil. Mycorrhizal fungi play a pivotal role in this ecosystem, acting as intermediaries that connect plants across vast distances. Through their filamentous structures, they extend the reach of a plant's root system, allowing it to access water and nutrients that would otherwise be out of reach. This extension is not merely a physical connection. It is a lifeline, an ongoing conversation that occurs in the dark, unseen world beneath our feet. When we think about how plants share information, we can draw a parallel with the concept of a neural network. Just as neurons communicate through synapses, plants utilize these mycorrhizal networks to transmit signals about environmental stressors. When one plant is attacked, it can alert its neighbors through this fungal conduit, which may trigger defensive responses in the surrounding flora. Picture a community of trees responding in unison to a disturbance, not unlike a chorus echoing a shared message of resilience and support. This extraordinary communication system fosters a sense of community among plants, allowing them to thrive even in challenging conditions. It prompts us to ponder the implications of this interconnectedness. How does this underground communication influence the overall health of the ecosystem? The answer lies in the resilience that these networks provide. Plants that are part of a diverse community are more likely to withstand environmental stresses, a testament to the strength found in collaboration. The intricate relationships formed within these networks also highlight the importance of biodiversity. Diverse plant species contribute to a robust mycorrhizal network, enhancing nutrient cycling and improving overall ecosystem health. As we consider the importance of maintaining these networks, we are drawn to the idea that protecting biodiversity is not just an ecological concern. It is a vital component of ensuring the longevity and resilience of our planet's ecosystems. In reflecting on the rich tapestry of interactions that occur through root networks and mycorrhizal connections, we are reminded of the quiet yet powerful stories that unfold beneath our feet. These interactions are not merely functional. They are a testament to the intelligence and adaptability of life. They invite us to reconsider our relationship with the natural world, urging us to see the connections that bind us all. Imagine walking through a vibrant forest, feeling the life pulsing both above and below ground. Can you sense the intricate networks of roots and fungi working tirelessly to sustain the ecosystem? This hidden communication system is a reminder that life is not simply about competition, but also about cooperation, resilience, and interdependence. As we continue to explore these underground realms, we are encouraged to foster a deeper appreciation for the delicate balance of life that exists within the soil. Each action we take, from planting a garden to protecting natural habitats, contributes to the health of these vital networks. By nurturing the ecosystems that sustain us, we embrace our role as caretakers of the earth, ensuring that the profound stories of connection and communication continue to flourish beneath the surface. Chapter 4: Alarm Signals, Warning Neighbors of Threats. In the vibrant world of plants, where silence often reigns, remarkable mechanisms of alarm signaling unfold. These signals form a vital part of the communication network established by plants, allowing them not only to respond to their own challenges, but also to alert their neighbors of impending threats. Imagine standing in a lush meadow, surrounded by a kaleidoscope of colors and scents. Each plant, from the tallest sunflower to the smallest clover, possesses a unique ability to sense danger and convey warnings, creating a symphony of survival that resonates through the air and soil. When a plant comes under attack, its response is swift and deliberate. The release of volatile organic compounds, or VOCs, is like a clarion call to the surrounding flora. These fragrant emissions carry specific messages that alert nearby plants to the presence of herbivores or pathogens. Consider the case of the mustard plant, which, when grazed upon, emits a distinctive blend of VOCs. This potent cocktail not only serves as a warning to neighboring plants, but also attracts predatory insects that prey on the herbivores, creating a complex interplay between species that enhances the resilience of the ecosystem. In the grand theater of nature, the role of neighboring plants cannot be overstated. When one plant signals distress, others respond with remarkable coordination. A fascinating study found that when certain species of trees release alarm signals, their neighboring counterparts can activate their defensive mechanisms, fortifying their leaves or producing toxic compounds to deter the approaching pests. Picture this interconnected response as a harmonious chorus, each plant contributing to a unified defense against a common enemy. It invites us to ponder, how do these plants know to react to one another in such synchrony? The phenomenon is not limited to the realm of trees. In the intricate world of the herbaceous community, we observe similar patterns. When sagebrush is under siege, the VOCs it emits can be detected by nearby plants, prompting them to ramp up their own defenses. This ability to respond to alarm signals is not a mere coincidence, but rather a testament to the evolutionary adaptations that have developed over millennia. The interconnectedness of these responses underlines the importance of community in the plant kingdom, where survival is often a collective endeavor. Exploring the depths of this communication, we find case studies that illustrate the power of alarm signaling in plants. One compelling example comes from the world of tobacco plants. When attacked by caterpillars, these plants release specific VOCs that serve as distress signals. This not only warns nearby tobacco plants, but also attracts beneficial insects like parasitoid wasps, which prey on the caterpillars. This dual-purpose signaling exemplifies a strategic response that enhances the plant's chances of survival while simultaneously fostering a community of allies against threats. As we reflect on these interactions, one cannot help but be captivated by the intricate relationships that form within these ecosystems. The act of warning neighbors transforms into a dance of cooperation, where plants are not solitary beings, but integral parts of a larger community. It raises an intriguing question. How do plants recognize their neighbors and differentiate between signals? Research suggests that the chemistry of the soil, combined with the specific VOC profiles emitted during distress, creates a unique signature for each plant, allowing them to know who is in their vicinity. The underground world, a vast network of roots and fungal connections, further enriches this dialogue. The mycorrhizal networks, often referred to as the wood wide web, play a crucial role in facilitating communication between plants. These fungal connections enable the transfer of not just nutrients, but also alarm signals. When a plant experiences stress, it can send chemical signals through its roots via these mycorrhizal networks, alerting other plants in the vicinity. Imagine these fungal threads as conduits of information, weaving through the soil, carrying vital warnings that resonate throughout the community. In the realm of alarm signaling, the response of neighboring plants is equally fascinating. When they receive these chemical cues, the neighboring flora can prepare themselves, enhancing their defensive strategies before any threat materializes. This anticipatory behavior is akin to a well-rehearsed play, where each plant has a role to play in the face of danger. As the philosopher and biologist Janine Benyus once remarked, life creates conditions conducive to life. This notion finds expression in the interconnected responses of plants, where the welfare of one contributes to the resilience of many. There are other striking examples in nature that illustrate this phenomenon. The acacia tree, for instance, employs a remarkable defense strategy against herbivores. When their leaves are browsed upon, acacias release a specific VOC that signals distress. This scent wafts through the air, not only warning nearby acacias, but also attracting ants that serve as guardians, defending the tree against further attacks. This symbiotic relationship highlights the intricate balance of nature, where the act of signaling becomes a call to arms, drawing in allies from across the ecosystem. As we contemplate these remarkable mechanisms, we come to realize that the plant world is rich with stories of cooperation and survival. Each alarm signal is a thread in the fabric of life, binding plants together in mutual support. The ability of plants to warn their neighbors of threats underscores an essential truth about nature: that life thrives in connection. It invites us to reflect on the larger patterns of interaction that define our own existence, emphasizing the importance of community, resilience, and the complex web of relationships that sustain us all. Imagine a garden in full bloom, each plant a vibrant contributor to a living mosaic. In this space, alarm signals echo like whispers on the breeze, as one plant alerts another of a potential danger. The air becomes thick with tension, yet also with the promise of cooperation. It is an invitation to consider how we, too, can learn from these silent conversations among plants, embracing the notion that we are stronger together, just as they are. The exploration of these alarm signals reveals not just the intricacies of plant communication, but also the profound wisdom embedded in the natural world. The ability to warn one another, to prepare for threats in unison, reflects a level of intelligence that transcends our traditional understanding of what it means to be aware. It challenges us to reconsider the boundaries of communication and intelligence in all living beings. In this realm of plant signaling, we find a compelling narrative of survival that resonates with our own experiences. The interconnectedness of life, the need for community, and the importance of responding to one another's needs are themes that echo across the ages. As we continue to unearth the secrets of the plant kingdom, we uncover not just the mechanisms of survival, but also the heart of what it means to exist in harmony within a complex ecosystem. The stories of alarm signaling among plants remind us that life is a delicate balance of cooperation and support. Each emission of a volatile compound, each reaction from a neighboring plant, is part of a larger story, a story that invites us to listen, to learn, and to appreciate the wonders of the natural world. In the quiet of the forest or the bustle of the garden, these silent alarms are not just calls for help. They are testaments to the resilience and ingenuity of life itself. As we dive deeper into the world of alarm signals among plants, we discover the remarkable diversity of strategies employed by different species. Each plant not only possesses the ability to send out distress signals, but also demonstrates an impressive variety of responses to these signals in their neighbors. This creates a dynamic environment where the stakes of survival are high, and cooperation becomes a vital weapon against threats. One striking example is the way certain species of corn respond to the presence of aphids. When corn plants are infested, they emit specific VOCs that act as an alarm bell. This scent carries across the field, reaching neighboring corn plants, which then produce their own defensive chemicals in response. Picture a field of corn, swaying gently in the breeze, each plant not just surviving, but actively engaging in a community-wide defense against a shared adversary. This cooperative response illustrates the profound interconnectedness of plant life, where the well-being of one is intricately tied to the survival of others. Consider the sunflower, a symbol of warmth and positivity. These bright blossoms have demonstrated a unique ability to warn each other of impending dangers. When one sunflower is attacked, it releases a specific set of VOCs that not only signal distress, but also invite pollinators to come and aid in its defense. The scent, rich with information, encourages nearby sunflowers to prepare their defenses, fortifying their leaves against potential herbivores. This dual role of signaling to both allies and neighbors showcases the intricate relationships that exist within plant communities. In the world of legumes, we find another fascinating case study. Certain species of beans, when under attack from pests, release alarm signals that trigger a response in nearby plants. What makes this particularly interesting is that these signals can also influence the behavior of nearby insects. Beneficial insects, such as certain species of wasps, are attracted to the scent, creating a complex interaction between plants and the animals that share their environment. This interaction highlights the intricate web of relationships that exist in ecosystems, where the actions of one species can ripple through the community, affecting many others. As we explore the nuances of these alarm signals, we must also consider the timing and specificity of plant responses. Not all plants respond uniformly to distress signals, and this variability can depend on factors such as species, environmental conditions, and even the type of threat faced. For instance, a plant may react differently to a fungal infection compared to an attack by insects. This specificity exemplifies the adaptability of plants, showcasing their ability to fine-tune their responses based on the nature of the threat. Does this suggest a level of awareness that challenges our understanding of intelligence in the plant kingdom? The role of neighboring plants in responding to threats reveals another layer of complexity. Some species have been observed to increase their production of protective compounds even before they receive direct signals from distressed neighbors. This proactive approach implies an innate ability to anticipate danger, a remarkable trait in the plant world. Imagine a forest where each tree stands vigilant, not merely reacting, but preparing for the possibility of an attack. Research has shown that the ability to anticipate threats may be enhanced by the experience of neighboring plants. If a plant has previously encountered a specific threat, it can heighten its defenses in anticipation of similar attacks in the future. This memory of sorts emphasizes the dynamic nature of plant communication and adaptation. It is as if plants possess a shared history, one that shapes their responses and fortifies their collective resilience. The interconnectedness of these alarm signals extends beyond mere survival. It highlights the intricate relationships that define ecosystems. When one plant raises the alarm, it engages a network of responses that can ripple through communities. This interconnected defense system not only enhances the resilience of individual plants, but also strengthens the entire ecosystem, fostering a sense of collective survival. In this context, the role of human observation is paramount. Scientists and researchers, through careful study, have begun to uncover the secrets of plant communication. Their work reveals the profound complexity of these interactions, inviting us to look beyond the surface of the natural world. As we observe and learn, we gain a deeper appreciation for the intelligence embedded within these silent exchanges. Consider the words of a renowned botanist who once said that understanding plant behavior can transform our perspective on the natural world. As we witness these alarm signals in action, we are reminded of the delicate balance that sustains life. Each signal, each response, embodies the essence of collaboration and mutual support. In the rich tapestry of plant life, alarm signaling serves as a reminder of the importance of community and cooperation. Each plant, in its own way, contributes to a greater narrative of survival, resilience, and interconnectedness. Through these intricate relationships, we gain insights not only into the plant kingdom, but also into the broader lessons of collaboration that resonate throughout nature. As the sun dips below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the plants, we are left to ponder the silent yet profound conversations that unfold around us. The air thickens with the whispers of alarm signals, a testament to the resilience of life. Each plant, with its own unique story, reminds us that in the face of adversity, there is strength in unity. In this botanical world, the interplay of alarm signals and responses forms a rich narrative, inviting us to listen more closely to the language of nature. It is a world where survival is not a solitary pursuit, but rather a harmonious symphony of collective action, one that continues to unfold in the silence of our gardens, forests, and fields. Chapter 5: Mutualism, Partnerships Enhancing Communication. In the intricate web of life that surrounds us, a remarkable phenomenon unfolds: mutualism. This is a relationship where two different species come together, both benefiting from the exchange. In the plant kingdom, mutualistic relationships are not just common, they are essential for survival, growth, and communication. Imagine a world where plants not only exist in isolation, but engage in partnerships, enhancing their abilities to thrive and flourish. These collaborations create a rich environment in which both plants and their partners, like pollinators and fungi, communicate in profound ways. Consider the relationship between flowering plants and their pollinators. This partnership is a stunning example of mutualism, one that plays a pivotal role in the reproduction of many plant species. When you stroll through a blooming garden or a wildflower meadow, you might notice bees buzzing from flower to flower, collecting nectar. This seemingly simple act is laden with significance. As the bees move, they inadvertently pick up pollen from one flower and transfer it to another, facilitating fertilization. In this dance of life, the plant provides nourishment in the form of nectar, while the bee gains sustenance. What is fascinating is how plants have evolved not only to attract pollinators, but also to communicate their readiness for this partnership. Flowers have developed vibrant colors and intricate shapes that signal to pollinators. Imagine a sunflower, standing tall and proud, its bright yellow petals unfurling towards the sun. The sunflower's vivid hue is not merely a visual delight, it is a beacon for bees, signaling that it is ripe for pollination. Moreover, flowers release specific scents, volatile compounds that act like invitations to pollinators. As you inhale the sweet perfume of a bloom, realize that it is a carefully orchestrated advertisement, enticing insects to partake in a mutual benefit. In this context, the language of plants becomes even more intricate. When a flower has been successfully pollinated, it may alter its scent to signal to pollinators that it no longer requires their services. This subtle communication not only conserves resources, but also ensures that pollinators are directed to other flowers in need. What if we could listen to these conversations? The air is thick with messages, each floral scent a note in the symphony of nature's communication. Another vital aspect of mutualism involves the relationship between plants and fungi, particularly mycorrhizal fungi. These remarkable organisms form symbiotic partnerships with plant roots, creating a network that benefits both parties. Visualize a tree standing majestically in a forest, its roots extending deep into the earth. Beneath the surface, a hidden world thrives, where the tree's roots intertwine with the hyphae of fungi. This connection is not merely physical. It represents a profound exchange of resources and information. The fungi help the plant absorb water and essential nutrients from the soil, particularly phosphorus, which is crucial for plant growth. In return, the plant supplies the fungi with carbohydrates, a vital energy source. This interdependence exemplifies a mutualistic relationship that enhances communication between the two species. The fungi not only facilitate nutrient exchange, but also serve as conduits for signaling. Through this intricate network, plants can communicate distress signals, sharing information about environmental stressors or threats. Imagine a scenario where a plant is struggling due to drought. It releases specific chemicals into the soil, signaling the mycorrhizal fungi to relay this information to neighboring plants. This allows other plants to prepare for similar conditions, adjusting their own water uptake or defense mechanisms in advance. In this way, the mycorrhizal network acts as an underground communication line, enhancing the resilience of the entire community. The study of these relationships has revealed that mutualism can extend beyond individual partnerships to create larger networks of interaction among plants. In forests, for instance, trees engage in a complex web of cooperation through their mycorrhizal connections. This interconnectedness allows trees to share resources and even warn each other of potential threats. Imagine entering a forest where every tree is linked in a vast network, silently exchanging information and resources. This phenomenon not only enhances communication, but also fosters a sense of community among disparate species. The concept of mutualism is further enriched by the contributions of remarkable scientists who have dedicated their lives to understanding these relationships. Think of the pioneering work of mycologist Paul Stamets, who has advocated for the importance of fungi in ecosystems. He once remarked, "Mycelium is the Earth's natural internet." This metaphor encapsulates the idea that fungi facilitate connections among living organisms, creating a dynamic communication system that fosters resilience and survival. As we explore mutualism, we find that it is not only essential for the health of ecosystems, but also serves as a model for understanding cooperation in nature. The relationships between plants, pollinators, and fungi illustrate the beauty of interdependence. They remind us that communication is not limited to verbal exchanges, but is woven into the very fabric of life itself. Through mutualistic partnerships, plants enhance their communication capabilities, creating a vibrant dialogue that enriches their existence. These relationships allow them to thrive in a world filled with challenges, from climate fluctuations to pest invasions. The intricate connections formed through mutualism enable plants to not only survive but flourish in their environments. In contemplating the implications of mutualism, one may wonder how such relationships might evolve further. As environmental conditions shift and ecosystems face new challenges, will plants adapt their communication strategies to ensure their partnerships remain strong? The answer may lie in their incredible ability to sense changes in their surroundings and respond accordingly, a testament to their resilience and adaptability. Consider the potential for mutualistic relationships to inspire our understanding of collaboration in human society. Just as plants thrive through cooperation, we too can learn from their example. The harmony found in nature's partnerships can remind us of the importance of connection, communication, and mutual support in our own lives. As we delve deeper into the world of mutualism, it becomes evident that these partnerships are not merely beneficial, they are essential for the thriving of ecosystems. The delicate balance maintained through mutualistic relationships fosters a sense of unity among diverse species, creating an intricate network of life that continues to evolve and adapt. In this vibrant tapestry of interdependence, plants, pollinators, and fungi engage in a continuous exchange of information and resources. This symbiotic dance enhances their resilience, ensuring that they can withstand the trials of their environment. It is a powerful reminder that, in the grand scheme of life, collaboration is key to survival. As we reflect on the remarkable relationships that shape our world, let us appreciate the quiet conversations occurring all around us. The next time you find yourself in a garden or forest, take a moment to recognize the myriad partnerships at play. The beauty of nature lies not only in its diversity, but in the intricate connections that bind all living things together, creating a harmonious symphony of life. The complexity of mutualism extends beyond the immediate interactions between individual species, weaving an elaborate web of dependencies that can transform entire ecosystems. Consider the role of mutualistic relationships in the context of plant health and biodiversity. The presence of diverse plant species often enhances the overall resilience of an ecosystem, allowing it to withstand environmental fluctuations and disturbances. When you walk through a diverse landscape, the variety of species coexisting harmoniously is a testament to the power of cooperation. In the warm embrace of a tropical rainforest, for instance, one can observe a multitude of plants, each contributing to the overall health of their environment. The intricate relationships between plants and their pollinators, as well as those with mycorrhizal fungi, create a resilient community. The coexistence of different species is not only beneficial, it is essential for maintaining the ecological balance. Imagine the lush canopy overhead, where vines entwine and flowers bloom in a riot of colors. This vibrant scene is a reminder that mutualistic partnerships are key players in cultivating biodiversity. Delving deeper into the world of plants and fungi reveals even more astonishing details. Mycorrhizal networks operate like a vast communication system, where messages and nutrients flow freely among interconnected plants. This underground web is a treasure trove of information. When a tree is under attack from pests, it can utilize this network to send distress signals to its neighbors. These signals can trigger a defensive response, prompting nearby plants to bolster their own defenses against potential threats. The phenomenon of allelopathy, where certain plants release chemicals into the soil that inhibit the growth of competing species, showcases another facet of mutualism. Some plants, in their quest for resources, engage in a chemical warfare that seems counterintuitive to the spirit of cooperation. Yet, these strategies can create opportunities for beneficial relationships, allowing some species to thrive while others recede. This delicate balance illustrates the complexity of plant interactions, where competition and mutualism coexist. Consider the extraordinary story of how plants have adapted their mutualistic strategies in response to changing environmental conditions. In the face of climate change, plants are not merely passive entities. They actively adjust their communication methods and partnerships. For example, some plants have been observed altering their flowering times in response to shifts in pollinator activity and seasonal changes. This adaptability reflects a remarkable resilience, ensuring that they can continue to thrive in a dynamic world. The botanical world is filled with notable figures who have contributed to our understanding of these complex relationships. One such pioneer is Dr. Susan Simard, whose groundbreaking research on forest ecosystems has revealed the intricate connections between trees and their fungal partners. Simard's work has illuminated how trees communicate not just with their own species, but also with others, sharing resources and information through the mycorrhizal networks. She has eloquently stated, "The forest is not a collection of individual trees, but a community of interconnected beings." Her insights challenge us to rethink our perspective on nature, encouraging us to see the forest as a living entity, rich with interdependent relationships. Imagine standing in a forest, taking a moment to breathe in the rich scents of the earth and the canopy above. The air is alive with the whispers of trees sharing their wisdom through their roots and mycorrhizal partners. This interconnectedness fosters not only survival, but also a flourishing ecosystem, where each species plays a role in supporting the whole. The beauty of mutualism lies in its ability to foster communication in ways that we are only beginning to comprehend. As we learn more about these dynamic relationships, we discover that the language of plants is far more intricate than we once thought. Each interaction is a thread in the grand narrative of life, contributing to the resilience and sustainability of ecosystems. In our exploration of these relationships, we are compelled to reflect on the implications of mutualism for our own lives. Just as plants rely on their partners for survival, we too thrive on the connections we forge with others. What lessons can we glean from the world of plants? Perhaps it is the importance of collaboration and the recognition that isolation can hinder growth. As we contemplate the marvels of mutualism, we begin to appreciate how these relationships shape not only the natural world, but also our understanding of community and communication. The interplay between plants, pollinators, and fungi serves as a reminder of the beauty found in collaboration. In the heart of nature, where silence envelops the landscape, profound partnerships are at work, enhancing communication and fostering resilience. In the coming sections, we will further explore how these mutualistic relationships influence not only the lives of plants, but also the broader ecosystems they inhabit. The connections between species extend beyond survival, creating a rich tapestry that supports life in all its forms. As we continue this journey, let us remain open to the wonders of mutualism and the stories it tells about life, communication, and the intricate dance of existence. Chapter 6: The Role of Light, Photoreception in Communication. In the vast expanse of the natural world, light plays an essential role in the lives of plants, serving as both a source of energy and a medium of communication. As the sun rises each day, casting gentle rays that filter through leaves and branches, plants are not merely absorbing light. They are also using it to engage in a complex dialogue with one another and their environment. Imagine a sun-drenched forest, where the interplay of light and shadow creates a dynamic backdrop for the lives of countless plants. Each leaf, each stem, is attuned to the quality and direction of light, responding in ways that are both remarkable and critical for survival. Plants possess specialized cells called photoreceptors, which are capable of sensing light and translating its signals into physiological responses. This sensory ability is not limited to just the visual spectrum. Rather, it encompasses various wavelengths of light, including ultraviolet and infrared. What if I told you that some plants can even perceive the angle of sunlight, allowing them to adjust their growth accordingly? This intricate system is central to a phenomenon known as phototropism, where plants bend and grow toward light sources. It is as if they are reaching out, striving to connect with the illuminating energy that sustains them. Phototropism is not merely a survival tactic. It represents an intelligent response to the environment. When a plant is exposed to uneven light, such as when overshadowed by taller neighbors, it can adjust its growth patterns to optimize light absorption. This not only enhances its own chances of survival, but also affects the dynamics of plant interactions within the ecosystem. Imagine a cluster of sunflowers, their heads tilting toward the sun, while beneath them, smaller plants struggle in the shade. The sunflowers are not just standing tall, they are engaging in a silent negotiation with their surroundings, using light as a signal to communicate their dominance while influencing the growth patterns of their companions. The implications of light competition extend beyond individual plants. In dense forests, where sunlight struggles to penetrate the thick canopy, species have evolved various strategies to cope with limited light availability. Some plants develop large leaves, maximizing surface area for photosynthesis, while others grow taller, stretching toward the light in a race against their neighbors. This competition can lead to fascinating adaptations, such as the phenomenon of shade avoidance. Plants that sense the presence of competitors growing nearby will often stretch taller, elongating their stems and altering their leaf angles to capture more light. In this delicate balance, plants are not simply passive recipients of light. They actively engage in a dialogue that shapes their growth and interactions within the community. Consider the case of the creeping vine, which exhibits remarkable behaviors in response to nearby light sources. As it grows, it can sense the shadows cast by neighboring plants, triggering a response that guides its tendrils to climb and weave through the surrounding vegetation. This adaptation allows the vine to ascend toward light, maximizing its chances of survival while simultaneously altering the structure of the plant community around it. The vine's ability to respond to light signals is a testament to the intricate relationships that define the world of plants, where competition and cooperation coexist in an ever-changing landscape. Moreover, the role of light in plant communication extends beyond mere competition. Plants also utilize light signals to attract pollinators and facilitate reproduction. Flowers are often designed to reflect specific wavelengths of light, creating visual cues that draw in insects and other animals. Imagine walking through a garden bursting with color, where the vibrant hues of petals are not just for aesthetic pleasure, but serve a functional purpose. Each bloom is a beacon, transmitting a message to potential pollinators. This visual communication is a vital aspect of plant reproduction, ensuring the continuation of species and the health of ecosystems. The interplay between light and shade also influences how plants respond to environmental stressors. When exposed to limited light, many plants exhibit a phenomenon known as etiolation, where they grow elongated stems and smaller leaves in an attempt to reach for available light. However, this strategy comes at a cost, as it can weaken the plant's overall health and resilience. To counteract this, some plants have developed mechanisms to detect and respond to changes in light quality, allowing them to adjust their growth patterns and optimize their energy usage. This remarkable adaptability showcases the sophistication of plant communication, as they interpret environmental signals and respond in ways that enhance their survival. In the context of an ecosystem, the role of light competition can also influence the behavior of herbivores and other animals. When plants are engaged in a struggle for light, they may alter their chemical signaling, releasing compounds that deter herbivores or attract beneficial insects. Imagine a scenario where a plant under stress from competition releases volatile organic compounds that not only signal its neighbors, but also attract predatory species that prey on the herbivores threatening them. This interconnectedness highlights the intricate relationships within ecosystems, where light serves as a catalyst for communication and interaction among various life forms. As we ponder the remarkable ways plants utilize light as a communication tool, it is essential to recognize the profound implications these interactions have on the entire ecosystem. Each plant, in its pursuit of light, engages in a delicate dance of survival that shapes the community around it. The strategies they employ not only affect their own growth, but also influence the dynamics of competition and cooperation with their neighbors. Imagine standing in a vibrant meadow, surrounded by a chorus of colors and scents, where every plant is engaged in a silent conversation, each responding to the light and shade that envelops them. The complex relationships forged in this environment are a testament to the resilience of life, demonstrating how even the simplest elements, like light, can shape the intricate web of existence. In the embrace of sunlight, plants continue their silent discussions, exchanging messages through light signals that resonate throughout the ecosystem. The delicate balance of competition and cooperation unfolds, revealing the profound connections that define the lives of these remarkable organisms. As we witness the interplay of light and shade, we find ourselves drawn into the subtle yet powerful narrative of plant communication, where survival is not just an individual endeavor, but a shared journey within the tapestry of life. As the sun's rays filter through the leaves, illuminating the forest floor, plants reveal yet another layer of their communication, one that speaks to their need for light and the strategies they employ to thrive amidst competition. This intricate interaction unfolds through a phenomenon known as phototropism, a captivating testament to how plants read and respond to the light around them. Imagine a young sapling struggling against the towering giants of the forest. It reaches higher, stretching its delicate branches in a race towards the sun. This instinctual behavior is not merely a quest for light. It is part of a larger narrative about survival and adaptation. The sapling's ability to bend and grow toward the light source illustrates a profound relationship with its environment, highlighting the essential role that phototropism plays in plant communication. In observing this process, one might wonder, how does a plant determine the direction of light? The answer lies in specialized cells that contain photoreceptors, sensitive to different wavelengths. These receptors detect light direction and intensity, triggering hormonal responses that direct the plant's growth. This exquisite sensitivity allows plants to communicate their needs not only to themselves, but also to neighboring flora. When a plant senses light from a particular direction, it can adjust its growth, sending subtle signals to those nearby about the availability of resources. Consider the majestic sunflower, often regarded as a symbol of warmth and positivity. Sunflowers exhibit a remarkable behavior known as heliotropism, where their flower heads follow the sun throughout the day. This phenomenon serves two purposes: maximizing light capture for photosynthesis and attracting pollinators. As it turns its face towards the sunflower sends a clear message to its environment: I am thriving, and I have resources to share. This not only bolsters its own growth, but encourages a vibrant ecosystem where others may flourish in its wake. Yet the role of light in plant behavior extends beyond the individual realm. In dense communities, plants engage in a constant interplay of light and shade, a dynamic that influences their growth patterns and interactions. When light becomes a scarce commodity, plants develop fascinating adaptations to enhance their survival. They may grow larger leaves to capture more sunlight or elongate their stems in a desperate bid to rise above their neighbors. This phenomenon is not merely about competition. It is a complex communication dance where each plant conveys its intent and capacity to thrive in a crowded environment. Imagine standing within a thicket where the sunlight trickles down in patches, illuminating the ground and casting shadows that shift with the passing clouds. Here, plants are engaged in a silent contest, a negotiation for light that shapes their very forms. Some may choose to grow taller, while others spread their leaves wide, each decision influenced by the signals they receive from their surroundings. The dynamics of shade and light competition lead to another fascinating aspect of plant behavior: the ability to detect and respond to neighboring plants. When a plant senses the shade of a competitor, it may alter its growth strategy, exhibiting what is known as shade avoidance. This response is a subtle yet powerful testament to how plants are not merely passive entities, but active participants in their ecosystems, constantly interpreting cues from the world around them. In such scenarios, one might ponder the implications of this communication. How do plants determine the presence of their neighbors? The answer lies in the interplay of light wavelengths. When light filters through leaves, the quality of light changes. Certain wavelengths become more pronounced or diminished. Plants have evolved to perceive these shifts, allowing them to distinguish between the presence of neighboring foliage and open sky. A striking example of this phenomenon can be observed in the behavior of climbing plants, such as the ivy. These plants possess the remarkable ability to sense nearby structures, using their tendrils to grasp and climb toward light sources. As they ascend, they not only secure their access to sunlight, but also alter the structure of the surrounding plant community. The ivy's growth is not merely a pursuit of light. It is an intricate communication strategy that reshapes its environment. This dialogue among plants extends to their interactions with other organisms, including herbivores. The struggle for light often triggers a chemical response in plants, leading to the release of compounds that may deter herbivores or attract beneficial insects. When a plant detects stress from competition, it can emit volatile organic compounds that serve as warning signals, alerting allies in the vicinity to potential threats. Imagine a field where one plant, sensing danger, sends out a chemical distress signal that not only prepares its neighbors for defense, but also summons predatory insects that will help control the herbivore population. This interconnectedness highlights the profound relationships within ecosystems, where light acts as both a resource and a medium of communication. The strategies employed by plants in their quest for light reveal a remarkable intelligence, one that is woven into the very fabric of life. Each response to light is a reflection of the plant's ability to adapt, survive, and thrive amid the complexities of its environment. As we observe this intricate network of communication, it becomes clear that light is more than just a physical entity. It is a vital force that shapes the lives of plants. Each interaction, each adjustment in growth, tells a story of resilience and cooperation, where plants engage in a silent conversation that resonates throughout their ecosystem. In the quiet moments of a forest or meadow, where light and shadow play upon the ground, one can sense the subtle yet powerful exchanges occurring among the flora. Each plant, in its quest for sunlight, is not just striving for individual survival, but also contributing to the greater narrative of life around it. The delicate balance of light competition and cooperation creates a vibrant community, where every leaf, stem, and root plays a role in a greater symphony of existence. As we reflect on the natural world, allow yourself to be enveloped by the soothing presence of light, guiding and shaping the lives of those who dwell within its embrace. In this serene landscape, the whispers of plants resonate with the knowledge that they are not alone in their struggle. They are part of a collective journey, woven together through the very light that sustains them. Chapter 7: Environmental Factors Influencing Plant Communication. In the intricate world of plant communication, the environment plays a crucial role in shaping the pathways through which these silent exchanges occur. Soil quality and moisture levels are fundamental factors that influence the vibrancy and effectiveness of these interactions. Imagine yourself standing in a lush garden, the earth beneath your feet rich and dark, each clump of soil teeming with life. This soil is not merely a medium for growth. It is a bustling community in its own right, a blend of minerals, organic matter, and an array of microorganisms. The quality of soil can determine how well a plant communicates. Healthy soil, filled with nutrients, fosters a robust network of roots. These roots, in their silent way, extend their tendrils deep into the earth, reaching out to connect with others. A well-nourished plant can afford to send out more potent chemical signals, enhancing its ability to alert neighbors about threats or share resources. Imagine a plant with a rich supply of nitrogen, sending a strong signal that invites its companions to partake in this bounty. In contrast, plants in nutrient-poor soil may struggle to send clear messages, their voices muffled by conditions that limit their growth and health. Moisture levels also play a significant role in this silent dialogue. When water is abundant, plants flourish, and their ability to communicate escalates. In times of drought, however, the story changes. Water-stressed plants might release different volatile organic compounds, signaling not just their distress, but also indicating to neighboring plants to conserve resources. What a fascinating survival instinct! This communication allows plants to adapt, to prepare for the challenges posed by their environment. Climate conditions weave another layer into the complex narrative of plant communication. Temperature, humidity, and seasonal changes influence how plants interact with one another and their surroundings. Picture a warm summer day where humidity hangs in the air like a gentle blanket. In such conditions, plants may release more volatile organic compounds, enhancing their signaling capacity. The warm air acts as a buoy for these messages, allowing them to travel further, reaching more neighbors and facilitating stronger community ties. Conversely, consider the impact of extreme weather events, such as heavy storms or prolonged heat waves. These conditions can disrupt the delicate balance of plant communication. When a storm uproots plants or floods the soil, the established networks of communication can be severed. The once vibrant exchanges may fall silent, leaving plants isolated in their struggles. Yet, resilience often shines through. In the aftermath, plants may employ new strategies, adapting their chemical signals to cope with the challenges presented by their environment. Biodiversity adds yet another dimension to the conversation. A rich tapestry of species in a given area can enhance communication networks among plants. Imagine a thriving meadow filled with wildflowers, grasses, and shrubs, each contributing its unique voice to the symphony of life. In such diverse ecosystems, plants are better equipped to share information. The variety of chemical signals exchanged creates a more robust network, one that can respond more effectively to threats. This interconnectedness fosters resilience, enabling plants to withstand challenges that might overwhelm a more homogeneous community. Consider the role of companion plants, those that thrive alongside one another. By occupying the same space, they exchange signals that bolster their defenses, create a supportive environment, and even improve nutrient uptake. This partnership illustrates the power of diversity, a reminder that together, plants can achieve more than they can alone. The influence of biodiversity extends beyond immediate neighbors. It creates a ripple effect throughout the ecosystem. In a system rich with diverse plant life, communication becomes a vibrant exchange of signals. Different species may produce unique compounds, each with its distinct message and purpose. Some plants might emit scents that attract pollinators, while others send out distress signals that invite predatory insects to control herbivore populations. This intricate network of interactions demonstrates the richness of plant communication. where each species plays a vital role in the broader dialogue of life. The understanding of these environmental factors reveals a profound truth about the natural world. Plant communication is not merely a response to stress, but an ongoing conversation shaped by the conditions around them. With each breeze that carries a scent, with each root that interacts with the soil, plants are engaged in a dynamic exchange that reflects their adaptability and resilience. As we contemplate these interconnected aspects, it is essential to appreciate how they intertwine to create a complex web of communication. The impact of soil quality, moisture, climate, and biodiversity collectively influences how plants connect, share, and thrive in their environments. The air is filled with whispers of resilience, adaptation, and community, reminding us that beneath the surface, life is a rich, interconnected saga waiting to be uncovered. What if we considered our own relationships with nature and how they mirror these intricate plant communications? Just as plants rely on the quality of their environment for survival, so too do we depend on the health of our ecosystems. The lessons learned from the plant world can inspire us to cultivate a deeper understanding of our place within the natural order, fostering connections that honor the delicate balance of life. In this silent yet eloquent dialogue, plants offer us a glimpse into the essence of resilience and community, urging us to pay attention to the subtle signals around us. The next time you walk through a garden or a forest, take a moment to consider the vibrant exchanges happening all around you. Each leaf rustling in the wind, each blossom unfurling, is part of a profound conversation that transcends species, time, and space. The world of plants is alive with communication, a reminder that even in silence, there is a symphony of life unfolding. The quality of soil and moisture levels, as we have seen, set the stage for plant communication, but one cannot overlook the broader climatic context in which these interactions unfold. Climate conditions shape not just the immediate environment, but also the very processes through which plants signal to one another. Envision a landscape where temperature variations dictate the rhythms of life. The gentle warmth of early spring might coax the first blooms from dormancy, while the penetrating chill of winter silences many voices, leaving a hushed landscape. Temperature, a vital component, can influence the rate of chemical reactions within plants, affecting their ability to produce and release volatile organic compounds. On a sweltering summer day, the heat may accelerate these processes, enabling plants to communicate more rapidly and effectively. Imagine the air thick with fragrant signals, each sent a note in a symphony of survival. Conversely, during colder months, the slower metabolic rates can hinder communication, as plants retreat into a state of dormancy, conserving energy for the challenges ahead. Humidity, too, plays a significant role. High humidity can enhance the diffusion of these chemical signals, allowing them to travel farther. Picture a humid rainforest, where every breath of air carries whispers of life. The moisture-laden atmosphere becomes a conduit for communication, allowing plants to reach out across distances, forging connections that might otherwise be impossible. In contrast, arid conditions can stifle these exchanges, turning vibrant communities into isolated patches struggling against the elements. Consider the impact of extreme weather events, which have become increasingly common in our changing climate. Severe storms can uproot plants and disrupt established communication networks, leaving behind a landscape of silence and disarray. Yet, nature's resilience often shines through in these moments of adversity. Following such disturbances, plants may adapt their signaling strategies. They can alter their chemical outputs, signaling not just distress but also resilience, as if to say, "We will find a way." This adaptability is also a testament to the intricate relationships among species within an ecosystem. The interplay between different plants can create a rich dialogue, one that is enhanced by the diversity of life present. In a biodiverse environment, various species contribute their unique signals, enriching the communication landscape. Imagine a vibrant coral reef, where each fish and coral species communicates through colors and movements, creating a dynamic network of interactions. Similarly, in plant communities, the presence of numerous species enhances the complexity of communication. Biodiversity acts as a buffer against environmental stresses, providing a broader range of responses to challenges. In a diverse ecosystem, when one species faces a threat, others can step in to fill the void, sharing resources and signals. This interconnectedness can be likened to a safety net, where the survival of one species supports the vitality of the entire community. It invites us to consider how we might also thrive through our connections with others, just as plants do. In these ecosystems, the language of plants is enriched by the presence of both familiar and unfamiliar species. Each plant contributes to a collective intelligence, responding to environmental cues with a chorus of signals. Some plants may communicate through shared root systems, exchanging nutrients and information underground, while others might rely on above-ground cues, such as shared scents or visual signals. Imagine a meadow where the gentle sway of flowers signals the presence of pollinators, attracting them to their vibrant colors and inviting scents. This communication network is not static. It evolves in response to the changing environment. Just as our relationships with one another shift with time and circumstance, so too do the interactions among plants. They learn from their surroundings, adapting their signals to meet the challenges they face. It raises an intriguing question: what might we learn from the resilience and adaptability of plants in our own lives? Can we find ways to communicate more effectively, to support one another in times of need? As we reflect upon these themes, we begin to see the profound implications of plant communication in the context of our ecosystems. Each plant, with its unique set of responses, contributes to a larger narrative, one that encompasses survival, adaptation, and interconnectedness. The delicate balance of life relies on these exchanges, echoing the intricate web of relationships that define every ecosystem. When we step outside and observe the world around us, we are witnessing a complex interplay of signals, responses, and adaptations. Each breeze carries with it the potential for communication. Each rustle of leaves a reminder of life's interconnectedness. Within this vibrant world, plants remind us of the importance of community and the strength found in diversity. As we immerse ourselves in this understanding, we recognize that every element of the environment, from soil to climate to biodiversity, plays a role in shaping the narratives of plant communication. The world is alive with conversations that we are only beginning to understand, urging us to listen and learn from the silent wisdom of nature. The interconnectedness of plant communication is further enhanced by the diversity of species within an ecosystem. Each plant species contributes its unique set of signals, creating a rich dialogue that transcends individual plant interactions. In a healthy ecosystem, this diversity acts as a safeguard, enabling a more resilient network of communication. Imagine a vibrant forest, where towering trees, delicate ferns, and colorful wildflowers coexist, each playing a distinct role in the overall harmony of life. In such ecosystems, the presence of various species can amplify communication. Some plants may release compounds that attract beneficial insects, while others may signal distress, prompting nearby species to bolster their defenses. This intricate interplay highlights how biodiversity enriches the conversation among plants, allowing them to respond collectively to environmental challenges. The presence of diverse species can also lead to the development of specialized relationships, where certain plants may rely on others for specific resources, creating a network of mutual support. Consider the relationship between flowering plants and their pollinators, a classic example of mutualism that enhances communication within an ecosystem. Each flower emits scents and colors designed to attract specific pollinators, facilitating not only reproduction, but also fostering connections throughout the community. The buzzing of a bee or the fluttering of a butterfly is not just a mere act of foraging. It is part of a larger conversation within the ecosystem, one that underscores the importance of collaboration and interdependence. In contrast, in less diverse environments, the lack of species variety can hinder communication. When a monoculture dominates a landscape, the richness of interactions diminishes, and the plants become more vulnerable to diseases and pests. Without the variety of signals that accompany a diverse community, individual plants may struggle to adapt to the challenges they face. This stark contrast serves as a reminder of the importance of biodiversity in fostering resilience and promoting effective communication. Moreover, the role of soil health cannot be understated in this tapestry of plant communication. Healthy soils teeming with life support diverse plant communities, creating a robust foundation for communication networks. Imagine the myriad microbes, fungi, and other organisms that dwell within rich soil, each contributing to the health of the plants above. The soil acts as both a literal and figurative bedrock for communication, enabling plants to send chemical signals through the air and share nutrients through their roots. As we delve into the intricate relationships among plants, we begin to appreciate the complexity of their communications shaped by environmental factors. The soil, the moisture, the climate, and the biodiversity of an area work in concert to create a dynamic system of interaction. Each element influences the others, forming a web of relationships that is as delicate as it is vital. When we observe a flourishing garden or a dense forest, we are witnessing not just a collection of plants, but a vibrant community alive with communication. The rustle of leaves, the scent of flowers, and the color of blooms all contribute to an ongoing dialogue that speaks to both resilience and adaptability. Each plant, in its unique way, contributes to this grand narrative, reminding us that communication is not confined to the spoken word, but is a symphony of signals that fosters life. As we reflect on these themes, we must recognize the profound implications of plant communication for our understanding of ecosystems. The lessons learned from the plant world extend beyond the boundaries of nature, inviting us to consider how we might enhance our own connections with one another and the environment. In a world increasingly shaped by change, the adaptability and cooperation demonstrated by plants can serve as a model for our own resilience. Thus, the exploration of environmental factors influencing plant communication unveils a complex and interwoven reality. Each element, from soil quality to climate conditions and biodiversity, plays a significant role in shaping how plants connect, share, and thrive. The silent conversations of plants resonate with the essence of life itself, encouraging us to listen, learn, and ultimately foster our own connections to the world around us. Chapter 8: Implications for Ecosystems, Communication Effects. In the heart of our ecosystems, where life pulses with vibrancy, the intricate communication among plants influences the very fabric of their communities. Each whisper of a leaf, each subtle chemical exchange, plays a vital role in shaping ecosystem dynamics. Imagine a flourishing forest where trees stand tall, their branches reaching toward the sky. Beneath the surface, a web of roots and fungi forms a bustling network, facilitating conversations that extend far beyond individual plants. Here, the dialogue is not just about survival, it is about thriving together. Plant communication influences the dynamics of ecosystems in remarkable ways. When one plant sends out distress signals through volatile organic compounds, it is not merely reacting to its own peril. It is broadcasting a message that resonates throughout the community. Nearby plants can detect these signals and prepare themselves, fortifying their defenses against herbivores or pathogens. This shared awareness fosters resilience within the ecosystem, as plants become allies in the face of adversity. The concept of communal vigilance is essential, reminding us that in nature, harmony often arises from collaboration. Consider the case of the aspen trees in the western United States. When one tree is attacked by pests, it releases a wave of chemical signals that alert neighboring aspens. The neighboring trees, in turn, ramp up their own defenses, producing compounds that deter herbivores. This collective response illustrates how plant communication can alter the dynamics of entire communities, creating a fortress of sorts against threats. It is as if the forest itself holds a collective memory, a shared intelligence that enhances the survival of its members. In exploring the case studies of various plant communities, we encounter diverse interactions that reveal the complexity of these communicating networks. Take the example of the sagebrush and its companions in arid landscapes. Sagebrush emits chemical cues not only to warn neighboring plants of impending danger, but also to attract beneficial insects that prey on herbivores. This interplay creates a cascading effect, where the presence of one species enhances the survival chances of others. The harmony of these interactions serves as a reminder of the interconnectedness within ecosystems, where the actions of one can reverberate through the community. Moving to the rich ecosystems of tropical rainforests, we discover a multitude of plant species engaged in constant communication. Here, the diversity of life fosters a dynamic exchange of information. For instance, when a tree is damaged, it may send out signals that prompt nearby plants to adjust their growth patterns, enabling them to compete more effectively for light and resources. In these lush environments, the dialogue among plants is not just about survival. It shapes the very structure of the community, influencing which species thrive and which fade away. As we delve deeper into the implications of plant communication, we encounter the cascading effects on food webs. In every ecosystem, plants serve as the foundation of food webs, providing nourishment not only for herbivores but also for the carnivores that rely on them. When plants communicate effectively, they enhance the health of the entire food web. Imagine a meadow filled with flowering plants, vibrant and alive. As these plants engage in dialogue, they attract pollinators and herbivores alike, creating a rich tapestry of interactions that supports a myriad of life forms. The cascading effects of plant communication extend beyond immediate interactions. When plants release chemical signals, they can influence the behavior of herbivores. For example, certain plants emit scents that attract predators of those herbivores, creating a natural balance. This relationship is a testament to the delicate equilibrium that sustains ecosystems. In this intricate dance, the health of the plants directly impacts the populations of animals, shaping the entire food web. Outstanding individuals in the field of ecology have studied these dynamics, revealing the profound connections between plant communication and ecosystem health. The work of ecologists sheds light on how these interactions can inform conservation efforts. For instance, understanding how plants communicate can lead to more effective strategies for preserving threatened habitats. As one researcher noted, the health of ecosystems is intricately linked to the relationships formed within them. Imagine standing in a lush forest, feeling the energy around you. Each rustle of leaves and flutter of wings is a reminder of the ongoing conversations that shape this environment. As we consider the implications of plant communication, we begin to see the potential for enhancing ecosystem resilience. Could we harness this knowledge to create habitats that flourish in the face of change? The cascading effects of plant communication on food webs can also be observed in agricultural practices. Farmers who embrace polyculture, planting diverse crops together, can leverage the natural communication among plants to enhance yields. By fostering a community of plants, farmers can create an environment where each species supports the others, improving resilience against pests and diseases. This approach not only benefits the crops, but also enriches the soil and promotes biodiversity. In the embrace of nature, we find a profound lesson. When communication flourishes among plants, ecosystems thrive. As we explore these dimensions further, we can appreciate the delicate balance that sustains life. The dialogues occurring in gardens, forests, and fields are not just whispers of survival. They are vibrant exchanges that shape the world around us. In considering the implications of plant communication, one cannot overlook the role of human activity. Urbanization, deforestation, and climate change disrupt the delicate networks that plants have developed over millennia. As we encroach upon these ecosystems, we must ask ourselves, how can we foster resilience in the face of such challenges? By understanding the importance of plant communication, we can begin to appreciate the need for responsible stewardship of our natural environments. Just as plants communicate among themselves, they also respond to the signals emitted by the surrounding environment. Changes in temperature, moisture, and even the presence of pollutants can influence the way plants interact. This responsiveness highlights the intricate relationship between plants and their ecosystems. Imagine a field of sunflowers, their heads turning to follow the sun as it moves across the sky. This simple act reflects a deep-rooted connection to the world around them, a testament to their ability to respond to external cues. As we reflect on the implications of plant communication for ecosystems, we begin to understand the depth of these relationships. The subtle exchanges that occur in nature are not just fascinating phenomena, they are essential for the health of our planet. By nurturing an awareness of these connections, we can foster greater appreciation for the ecosystems that sustain us. In this silent symphony of nature, plants reveal their extraordinary ability to communicate and cooperate, weaving together a narrative that transcends individual existence. By recognizing the significance of these interactions, we can cultivate a deeper respect for the complexity of life that surrounds us, inviting us to ponder our place within this intricate web. As we immerse ourselves in the implications of plant communication, we begin to see not just the relationships among plants, but also how these interactions resonate through the larger tapestry of ecosystems. The dialogue among plants extends far beyond their immediate vicinity, influencing weather patterns, soil health, and even the behavior of nearby animal populations. Imagine standing in a vibrant meadow where every color and scent tells a story of interconnectedness. The relationships formed through plant communication create a dynamic balance, one that thrives on the subtle exchanges that occur both above and below the ground. In the realm of ecosystems, the phenomenon of allelopathy stands out as a captivating example of plant communication affecting community dynamics. Certain plants release biochemical compounds into the soil that can inhibit the growth of neighboring species, effectively shaping the community structure. Consider the black walnut tree, known for its production of juglone, a substance that can suppress the growth of various plants in its vicinity. This strategic communication serves to secure more resources for the walnut itself, demonstrating how plants can not only communicate but also assert their dominance in a competitive environment. It raises the question, how do such interactions foster diversity, even in their seemingly restrictive nature? In examining case studies, we find that these competitive interactions can lead to a balance that supports a variety of life forms. When one plant thrives, it can create conditions that benefit other species, leading to a complex interplay of growth and competition. An example is the way certain grasses can enhance soil nitrogen levels, indirectly supporting a host of other plants that rely on this nutrient. This interconnected web of communication and interaction underscores the idea that competition does not solely drive exclusion. It can also pave the way for collaboration and coexistence. The cascading effects of plant communication extend into the food web, shaping relationships among herbivores, predators, and decomposers. When plants communicate their health or distress through chemical signals, they influence not only their neighbors, but also the animals that inhabit the same space. For instance, when a plant releases specific volatile compounds in response to herbivore damage, it may attract natural predators of those herbivores, creating a chain reaction that strengthens the entire ecosystem. Imagine a garden where a single injured leaf leads to the arrival of beneficial insects, turning a moment of crisis into an opportunity for balance. This dynamic illustrates how plant communication can facilitate a web of interactions that supports not only plant health, but also the health of animal populations. Consider also the role of mycorrhizal networks in enhancing plant communication within ecosystems. These fungal connections, often described as the wood wide web, serve as conduits for nutrient exchange and signaling among plants. Through these underground networks, plants can share resources and information about environmental stressors, creating a more resilient community. Picture a forest where trees communicate through this hidden web, sharing water during droughts or nutrients during times of scarcity. Such cooperation exemplifies the profound interconnectedness of life, where the sharing of information can spell the difference between survival and decline. The cascading effects of these interactions can even reach the soil microbiome, which plays a crucial role in nutrient cycling and plant health. When plants communicate their needs through root exudates, they attract beneficial microorganisms that enhance soil fertility and structure. This relationship is like a conversation between plants and microbes, fostering a vibrant ecosystem beneath the surface. Imagine the bustling activity in the soil, where tiny organisms respond to the chemical cues of plants, creating a thriving community that supports the larger ecosystem above. Outstanding ecologists have dedicated their lives to uncovering these intricate relationships. Through their studies, we gain insight into how understanding plant communication can lead to sustainable practices in agriculture and conservation. For instance, researchers have found that utilizing cover crops can improve soil health and enhance communication among plants, resulting in more resilient agricultural systems. This approach not only supports crop productivity, but also promotes biodiversity, illustrating the powerful implications of fostering communication in ecosystems. As we reflect on the implications of plant communication for ecosystems, we are reminded of our place within this network. Human activities, from urban development to agriculture, can disrupt the delicate balance that plants maintain through their interactions. The challenge then becomes one of stewardship. How can we protect and enhance these natural communication systems? By recognizing the importance of plant interactions, we can develop strategies that promote ecological health and resilience. Imagine the possibilities if we harnessed our understanding of plant communication to create more harmonious landscapes. Urban gardens that integrate diverse plant species could mimic the resilience found in natural ecosystems. Agricultural practices that emphasize polyculture and companion planting could lead to healthier crops and a more vibrant soil ecosystem. The very act of planting could become an exercise in communication, where we nurture not just individual plants, but the relationships that sustain them. In this light, the implications of plant communication extend far beyond the confines of academic study. They challenge us to reconsider our relationship with nature and to embrace the interconnectedness that defines all life. Each whisper of a leaf, each exchange of chemical signals, is a reminder of the beauty and complexity of the world around us. By fostering an appreciation for these relationships, we can cultivate a future where both ecosystems and humanity thrive together, interconnected in a shared journey. As we continue to explore this captivating phenomenon, let us remain mindful of the lessons that nature teaches us. The delicate balance of communication among plants not only sustains ecosystems, but also inspires a deeper understanding of our role in nurturing the world we inhabit. What stories might unfold as we learn to listen to the whispers of nature and reflect them in our actions? This journey invites us to engage with the world around us, paving the way for a more harmonious existence. Chapter 9: Human Impact, Disruption of Plant Communication. As we rise to the surface of contemporary challenges, we find ourselves in a world increasingly shaped by urbanization and agriculture. The landscapes of our lives, once dominated by the whispers of nature, are now punctuated by the clamor of development. Picture a sprawling city, with concrete and steel replacing verdant fields, where the gentle rustle of leaves has been overshadowed by the hum of traffic. In this bustling environment, the subtle forms of plant communication are often drowned out, their messages distorted or lost entirely. Urbanization disrupts the delicate balance of plant signaling. As parks and green spaces are replaced by buildings and roads, the once vibrant interactions among plants are diminished. These green havens serve as more than just aesthetic pleasantries. They are essential platforms for communication among plant communities. In a city devoid of greenery, the intricate chemical exchanges that protect plants from threats or facilitate cooperation among them are stifled. Without these signals, how can plants prepare for challenges like drought or pest infestations? The answer lies in their ability to communicate, which becomes increasingly compromised as their natural habitats shrink. Agriculture, too, profoundly impacts plant signaling. The widespread use of monoculture practices tends to favor a single species over others, leading to a reduction in biodiversity. Imagine a vast field filled with a single crop, stretching endlessly toward the horizon. Here, the complex web of interactions that once flourished is replaced by a simplified ecosystem, where the richness of communication is lost. This practice not only limits the variety of chemical signals available, but also reduces the resilience of the ecosystem. When faced with pests or disease, a monoculture lacks the inherent diversity that allows for a robust response. Consider the way a diverse ecosystem functions. Each plant species contributes its unique set of chemical signals, creating a rich mosaic of interaction. When one plant detects a threat, it sends out distress signals that other species can interpret. This communal awareness enhances the entire ecosystem's ability to cope with challenges. However, in a monoculture, the absence of this rich dialogue leaves plants vulnerable. They lack the support of neighboring species that might otherwise bolster their defenses or share resources. The consequences of chemical pollutants further complicate this already fragile communication landscape. As industrial activities release a cocktail of toxins into the environment, these pollutants infiltrate soil and air, interfering with the chemical signaling among plants. Imagine a forest where the air is thick with harmful chemicals, muting the fragrant signals that once carried vital messages. Volatile organic compounds, which plants utilize to communicate distress or share beneficial information, become tainted, their messages distorted or silenced entirely. In this context, the impact of pollution extends beyond immediate harm. It disrupts the intricate relationships that have evolved over millennia. Plants rely on specific chemical cues to thrive, and when these cues are altered, the very fabric of their communication frays. For instance, when plants are exposed to certain heavy metals, their ability to produce volatile organic compounds can be impaired. This impairment not only affects their individual responses to threats, but also undermines the collective resilience of the surrounding plant community. As we reflect on these challenges, we must also consider the strategies available to mitigate human impact on plant ecosystems. The path forward lies in fostering a deeper understanding of plant communication and recognizing its vital role in maintaining ecological balance. One approach is the promotion of mixed crop farming, a practice that encourages biodiversity and enhances plant interactions. By planting different species in close proximity, farmers can create a more resilient ecosystem where plants support one another through their natural signaling processes. This method not only increases yield, but also strengthens the community of plants, allowing them to thrive together. Another vital strategy involves reducing the use of harmful chemicals in agriculture. Embracing organic farming practices can help restore the health of soil and air, creating a nurturing environment for plants to communicate effectively. Imagine a farm where the air is clear and the soil is rich with life. In such an ecosystem, plants can engage in their intricate dialogues, sharing information and resources that enhance their survival. Reforestation efforts also play a significant role in restoring disrupted communication pathways. As we plant trees and restore natural habitats, we create spaces where plants can reclaim their voices. These initiatives not only combat climate change, but also revive the rich tapestry of interactions that define healthy ecosystems. Picture a newly planted forest, where seedlings reach for the sun, their roots intertwining in a silent pact of cooperation. Here, the air is filled with the sense of life, as plants communicate their needs and experiences, fostering resilience in the face of adversity. Community engagement is essential in these efforts. By educating ourselves and others about the importance of plant communication, we can inspire a collective commitment to preserving and nurturing our natural environments. Imagine walking through a community garden where people come together to cultivate not just plants, but also a shared understanding of their vital roles in our ecosystem. In these spaces, the lessons of nature can be appreciated, and the interconnectedness of life can be celebrated. As we navigate the complexities of modern life, it becomes increasingly clear that the fate of plant communication rests in our hands. The choices we make today will resonate through the ecosystems of tomorrow. By advocating for practices that honor and protect plant interactions, we can ensure that the silent conversations of nature continue to thrive. In doing so, we not only safeguard the health of our planet, but also cultivate a deeper connection to the world around us. What would it be like to walk through a thriving ecosystem, where every plant is engaged in a vibrant dialogue, sharing and receiving messages of growth, resilience, and adaptation. Such a vision is within our reach if we commit to understanding and mitigating the impacts of human activities on plant communication. The journey ahead is one of hope and possibility, a chance to restore the balance that sustains life in all its forms. The impact of urbanization and agriculture on plant communication is profound, yet it extends beyond mere physical disruption. It alters the very essence of how plants interact with one another and their environment. As asphalt and concrete dominate the landscape, the complexity of these interactions diminishes, creating a stark contrast to the lush ecosystems that once thrived. The dissonance between built environments and natural habitats raises an important question. How do plants adapt to such dramatic changes? In urban settings, plants face a barrage of challenges that not only affect their growth, but also their ability to communicate. For example, consider the phenomenon of light pollution. The artificial lights that illuminate our cities can disrupt natural patterns of light and darkness, affecting not just the plants themselves, but also the animals that rely on these cues. Plants rely on specific light conditions to trigger flowering or fruiting, and when these rhythms are interrupted, the timing of these vital processes can be thrown into disarray. This misalignment can lead to a cascade of consequences, affecting not only the plants, but also the entire food web that depends on them. Similarly, the introduction of non-native species in agricultural settings can further complicate communication networks. These invaders can disrupt established relationships among plants, leading to altered signaling pathways. Imagine a once harmonious field where native plants interacted seamlessly, now filled with alien species that send different chemical signals. The indigenous plants may struggle to interpret these new cues, leading to confusion and weakened defenses. The delicate balance that once allowed for cooperative interactions is replaced by a competition that can render the original inhabitants vulnerable. Chemical pollutants, too, create a murky atmosphere of uncertainty for plant communication. The presence of heavy metals, pesticides, and other toxins can create a hostile environment that hampers the ability of plants to produce and respond to chemical signals effectively. Picture a garden where the vibrant aromas of healthy plants are tainted by the acrid scent of pollution. In this compromised setting, plants may fail to recognize distress signals from their neighbors, leaving them isolated and exposed to threats. As the air becomes thick with pollutants, the subtle fragrances that once carried messages of hope and resilience are muted, leading to a breakdown of communication that reverberates through the ecosystem. In light of these challenges, the quest for strategies to mitigate human impact on plant ecosystems takes on new urgency. One promising approach is the implementation of green spaces within urban environments. These oases of nature can serve as vital hubs for plant communication, allowing species to thrive amidst the chaos of concrete. Imagine a rooftop garden flourishing atop a bustling building, where the air is filled with the scents of blooming flowers and the sounds of rustling leaves. Here, plants can engage in their silent dialogues, sharing resources and fortifying defenses, even in the heart of a city. The integration of biodiversity into agricultural practices is another key strategy for enhancing plant communication. By promoting polyculture systems, where multiple species are grown together, farmers can create a more resilient ecosystem that encourages natural interactions. This approach not only enriches the soil, but also fosters a vibrant network of communication among plants. Picture a diverse field where sunflowers, legumes, and herbs coexist, each contributing unique signals that benefit the whole. Such environments can thrive under the natural ebb and flow of life, creating a sustainable cycle of growth and renewal. Education and community involvement also play crucial roles in these efforts. By fostering an understanding of plant communication, we can empower individuals to engage in practices that support the health of our ecosystems. Imagine local workshops where community members gather to learn about the importance of native plants and their roles in enhancing biodiversity. Through hands-on experiences, participants can cultivate their own gardens, creating spaces that honor the intricate communication networks of plants. Such initiatives can lead to a resurgence of interest in the natural world, inspiring individuals to become stewards of their environments. As we consider the myriad ways human activities disrupt plant communication, we must also reflect on our responsibility to restore balance. The choices we make today will dictate the future of our ecosystems. What if we, as a collective, chose to prioritize practices that nurture the delicate dialogues of nature? Envision a world where cities and farms coexist harmoniously with the natural environment, where the songs of plants echo through the air, unimpeded by the noise of urban life. This vision is not merely a dream, it is a possibility that lies within our grasp. By embracing a holistic approach to land management, we can create pathways for plants to communicate freely, fostering healthier ecosystems that will endure for generations to come. The journey toward this harmonious existence requires both commitment and innovation. It calls upon us to listen to the rustle of leaves, the scent of blooms, and the silent conversations that shape the world around us. In this ongoing dialogue, we find a profound connection to the natural world, reminding us that the health of our ecosystems is inextricably linked to the choices we make. How might our lives change if we recognize the importance of these silent conversations? What if we committed to creating spaces where plant communication can flourish, allowing nature to reclaim its voice? The answers lie not just in the realm of science, but in our collective will to nurture the delicate balance that sustains life on this planet. Chapter 10: Future Research: Unlocking Plant Communication Mysteries. In the serene embrace of nature, we stand on the precipice of discovery, gazing into the depths of plant communication. Yet, even as we marvel at the intricate ways plants connect and convey messages, we must acknowledge the gaps that still linger in our understanding. What are the true depths of their silent conversations? How do these exchanges shape their existence in the grand tapestry of life? These questions beckon us to explore the unknown, to delve into the mysteries that remain. One of the most significant gaps lies in our comprehension of the full spectrum of chemical signals that plants utilize. While we have observed some volatile organic compounds serving as alarm signals, there is still much to learn about the myriad of other compounds that plants produce. For instance, different species might employ unique chemical signatures to convey specific messages, reflecting their distinct evolutionary paths. What if a single molecule could alter the behavior of an entire ecosystem? Understanding these nuances could unveil a deeper layer of plant interactions, illuminating how they foster resilience and cooperation within their communities. Another intriguing aspect of plant communication revolves around their ability to perceive and respond to environmental stimuli. Although we know that plants can sense light, gravity, and moisture, the complexity of these responses is far from fully understood. How do plants integrate these signals to make decisions? Imagine a plant that perceives an impending drought. Does it communicate this to its neighbors, prompting them to conserve resources as well? Unraveling these mysteries could not only enrich our knowledge of plant behavior, but also offer insights into the adaptability of ecosystems in the face of climate change. Emerging technologies are paving the way for a new era of research in plant communication. Advanced imaging techniques, such as fluorescence microscopy, allow scientists to visualize chemical signals in real time, capturing the delicate exchanges that occur beneath our feet and above our heads. Imagine witnessing the moment when a plant releases a volatile compound, its fragrance wafting through the air to reach the attentive receptors of neighboring flora. This visualization could transform our understanding of plant interactions, providing tangible evidence of the unseen networks that bind them together. Moreover, the advent of genomics and transcriptomics offers the potential to decode the genetic underpinnings of plant communication. By studying the genes responsible for producing specific chemical signals, researchers can begin to piece together the evolutionary history of these traits. What adaptations have allowed certain plants to thrive in challenging environments? Understanding these genetic adaptations could not only enhance our knowledge of plant resilience, but also inform conservation strategies aimed at preserving biodiversity in changing climates. The application of these research advancements extends beyond academia, reaching into the realms of agriculture and conservation. In the agricultural sector, the insights gained from studying plant communication could revolutionize farming practices. Imagine a future where farmers harness the power of plant signals to enhance crop resilience. By understanding how plants communicate stress signals, farmers could implement strategies to ensure their crops are better prepared for droughts or pest invasions. This proactive approach to agriculture not only promises higher yields, but also fosters sustainable practices that respect the delicate balance of ecosystems. In conservation, the implications are equally profound. The understanding of plant communication could inform restoration efforts, guiding the selection of species that are most likely to thrive in specific environments. Consider a reforestation project where the chosen plants are not only resilient, but also capable of communicating effectively with one another, enhancing their survival rates. By prioritizing species that demonstrate strong communication networks, conservationists can cultivate healthier ecosystems that are better equipped to withstand environmental pressures. Imagine a world where the whispers of plants are no longer shrouded in mystery, where we can tune into their conversations and understand their needs. As we advance our research, we inch closer to this reality, unlocking the secrets of plant communication to foster a deeper connection with the living world around us. Yet, as we stand at this crossroads, it is vital to remember the ethical implications of our discoveries. How do we ensure that the knowledge we gain is used responsibly, promoting harmony rather than exploitation? The relationship between humans and the natural world is delicate, and as we learn to listen to the language of plants, we must approach this knowledge with reverence and care. In this unfolding narrative of plant communication, we are reminded that our understanding is but a single stroke in a vast painting. Each discovery adds depth and color, revealing the interconnectedness of life that binds us all. What new mysteries await us as we continue to explore the silent conversations of plants? The journey ahead is as rich with potential as the ecosystems we seek to understand and protect. The quest for knowledge beckons us forward, inviting us to listen closely to the whispers of the green world, where every leaf, every root, and every fragrance tells a story waiting to be unveiled. As we ponder the future of plant communication research, we find ourselves in a landscape ripe for exploration. The fusion of science and technology holds the promise of new insights that could reshape our understanding of these silent sentinels of the earth. Imagine harnessing the power of artificial intelligence to analyze vast data sets of plant interactions, revealing patterns and connections that would otherwise remain hidden. By leveraging these innovations, we can deepen our appreciation for the complexities of plant life and enhance our efforts to coexist harmoniously with the natural world. The journey into the heart of plant communication has only just begun, and as we stand on the brink of discovery, we are reminded of the beauty and wonder that lies within the green realm. Each plant is a testament to resilience, a bearer of secrets waiting to be uncovered. With every step we take into this enchanting world, we honor the silent conversations that shape our ecosystems and the intricate web of life that sustains us all. The future beckons with promise, inviting us to unlock the mysteries of plant communication and embark on a journey of endless exploration. As the realm of plant communication unfolds, we find ourselves confronted with the pressing need to explore the current gaps in our understanding. One such gap lies in the interaction dynamics among different plant species. While we have delved into how individual plants communicate within their own species, the dialogue that occurs between diverse plants remains largely uncharted territory. What happens when a robust oak tree stands sentinel alongside delicate wildflowers? How do these plants negotiate their space, share resources, or warn one another of impending threats? The richness of interspecies communication holds vast potential for our understanding of ecosystem resilience, yet much remains to be illuminated. Imagine the possibilities if we could decode this interspecies dialogue. The intricate relationships that form among plants, whether through competition for light or cooperation for nutrients, could reveal a deeper understanding of ecosystem functioning. For instance, certain plants may rely on chemical signals to engage in a form of competition, releasing allelopathic compounds to inhibit the growth of their neighbors. Conversely, they might also emit signals that facilitate mutual support, fostering relationships that enhance the strength of the community as a whole. How might these complex interactions inform our approach to biodiversity conservation? What lessons can we glean from the natural world to create more balanced agricultural systems? In addition to interspecies communication, there lies a promising frontier in the study of plant responses to stressors. While we have discussed plants, reactions to specific threats, such as herbivores or drought, the broader implications of plant stress responses in relation to climate change warrant further exploration. As global temperatures rise and weather patterns shift, understanding how plants communicate their stress levels can provide vital insights into their adaptability. Consider a forest facing prolonged drought. Can the signals emitted by drought-stressed trees alter the physiological responses of nearby plants? The ability to detect and respond to collective stress could be key to enhancing ecosystem resilience in this changing climate. Emerging technologies continue to play a pivotal role in deepening our understanding of plant interactions. High-throughput sequencing techniques enable researchers to analyze the vast genetic diversity within plant communities, revealing previously hidden relationships and communication pathways. Imagine a world where we can visualize the genetic exchanges occurring in real time, illuminating the symbiotic relationships between plants and their surrounding organisms. These technologies provide a window into the complexities of plant communication, transforming our perception of the natural world. One particularly exciting avenue of research involves the use of non-invasive sensors to monitor plant responses to environmental changes. With advancements in remote sensing technology, scientists can now gather data on plant health and communication signals from a distance. Picture a landscape where drones equipped with sensors traverse the skies, capturing the subtle changes in plant behavior as they respond to shifting environmental conditions. This capability could revolutionize our understanding of plant interactions, providing insights that were previously unattainable. As we gaze into the future, we cannot ignore the potential applications of our findings in the fields of agriculture and conservation. The agricultural landscape stands to benefit immensely from a greater understanding of plant communication. Imagine a future where farmers can utilize plant signals to create adaptive management strategies tailored to the specific needs of their crops. By recognizing the chemical cues that indicate stress or nutrient deficiencies, farmers could fine-tune their practices for maximum efficiency. This shift not only promises to increase crop yields, but also emphasizes sustainable practices that align with the principles of ecological stewardship. In conservation, the potential for harnessing plant communication is equally inspiring. By focusing on species that demonstrate strong communication networks, we can promote biodiversity in restoration projects. Imagine rewilding efforts that prioritize the planting of species known for their cooperative behaviors, enhancing the overall health and resilience of the ecosystem. This approach could be vital in mitigating the effects of habitat loss, ensuring that restored ecosystems are better equipped to thrive in the face of environmental pressures. As we contemplate the future of plant communication research, we invite a broader dialogue between scientists, conservationists, and agriculturalists. The collective knowledge gained from these explorations can pave the way for innovative practices that harmonize human needs with the health of our ecosystems. How can we ensure that our advancements respect the intricate relationships that define the natural world? The answer lies in fostering a sense of stewardship that guides our actions, promoting a coexistence that honors the silent conversations of plants. With every discovery, we inch closer to a profound understanding of the whispers that shape our green world. The secrets of plant communication beckon us to listen more intently, to appreciate the complexity of life that surrounds us. As we embrace this journey of exploration, we are reminded that our relationship with nature is not merely one of observation, but one of connection. The path ahead is illuminated by the potential to bridge the gaps in our understanding, enriching our lives and the ecosystems we cherish. In this unfolding narrative, the future of plant communication research is bright, filled with opportunities for discovery and collaboration. Each new insight serves as a thread in the intricate fabric of life, weaving together the stories of plants, animals, and humans alike. What wonders await us as we continue to listen to the language of the natural world? The possibilities are as limitless as the diversity of life that flourishes around us. With careful attention and dedication, the mysteries of plant communication may soon reveal themselves in ways we have yet to imagine.